show's final moments and the wild ride of the 7th-season run they had on HBO. So without much further ado, let's bring out our guests. First up, he finally got himself a man and that chunk of happiness he so richly deserves, and all the eyelashes he could carry. You know him as Lafayette Reynolds, Mr. Nelsan Ellis. Next up we have everyone's favorite former preacher turned gay vampire that still gets to haunt his ex-wife forever in really smart outfits. Steve Newlin himself, Mr. Michael McMillian.
I think you should do it again. I think you should do your dance again.
Oh, yeah. And then with the direct eye contact.
Oh my goodness. That's a little too intimate.
That's why you came to DragonCon. All right, and given the choice between her unfiltered opinion of you and the true death, you might choose the true death. She's got the sharpest tongue in Fantasia and fangs to match. You loved and feared her as Pam. Please welcome Kristin, Bauer, Straten.
So before anybody says something, I want to say something about this lady over here. So I was having a conversation. Has anybody seen Weird Science? We've decided that a couple of men went in and built her. Built the perfect one. Because she is always so beautiful. So she gotta make the sequel to Weird Science.
She's already crying.
Stop it.
All right, so for the bulk of this, of course, we're going to be taking your questions from the audience. So we've got Aaliyah and Laura with microphones. If you'll wave at us from wherever you are. Can't see. Okay. Line up behind them if you have a question. Get in line, get ready. It's up to you guys, basically, but I'm going to get it rolling with one of my own, and this is a hypothetical question for each of you. If you were given the creative control...
That's what you guys look like right now, by the way.
You're about to be able to.
Sorry,
All right. Where was I? Man. Oh yeah. Please don't use the flashes. It's really bright in here already. Okay, so if you guys were hypothetically given creative control over a True Blood feature film, where would you take the various storylines? What time frame would you set it in? And how might you change some things for the big screen version?
I'd said it before, Steve Newlin was killed off the show. We used to joke around with Brian Buckner back in season 2 that there should have been a light of day camp spin-off like Fantasy Island, where it was Sarah and Steve with the campers, and we just have, like, you know, famous characters, famous movie stars come in and come to the camp every week.
It's like Gilligan's Island.
Yeah. Only with yellow t-shirts.
Over
existing clothing.
With dad pants.
With dad pants. Lots of cleats. Where do you had ideas for the spin-off movie?
Yeah, they're not very good. They're like Pam, vamp shoplifting. So she just goes to the mall like, and then you just see empty hangers.
They've really run out of ideas for this film.
This is why we have writers.
I would have kept me being a hoe. I mean, I like the website and me, doing my little dance and making the money off the little thing, and then they just sort of it dissipated. I like Lafayette being a hoe. I like him being a prostitute.
Yeah.
He gave me range.
There's very little difference between Lala and Pam. You know what I mean? We got closer and closer together. Totally.
Well, you ran a brothel.
Yeah. You're the one who, okay, this I think is so amazing. I don't know if they ever told you this, but when you, listen. When you added in, when I threatened you and said, I don't know why people think I want to hear their problem. Maybe I smile too much, maybe I wear too much pink. You called me a hooker. And you improvised that. And when that put, I believe, this is the story I heard, that put into the writer's minds my backstory where I was a hooker.
That was a long time ago. So we both were hookers. And we were good hookers.
Steve was a hooker. Steve Newlin was a hooker.
Yeah.
He wasn't a hooker, he was a hooker.
Yeah.
I'm just a hooker for Jason.
Say it, please.
I love you, Jason Stackhouse.
Say it again.
I love you, Jason Stackhouse.
That was the funniest lead ever.
It was such a surprising twist in the story when I read that script. I was like, no, what?
Well, so when Brian Buckner called me to tell me that I wasn't going to be on the show anymore, I said we still had a couple episodes to shoot, and I was really sad because I didn't have any scenes with Ryan Quanten, who plays Jason. And I said, well, am I going to have any scenes with Ryan before I get killed off? And he goes, no, but, actually, he'll be there when you die. And I was like, then I want my last line to be, I love you, Jason Stackhouse. And he goes, will that make you feel better? And I go, yes. And he goes, okay, I'll put it in the script. So it got put in, and then when we came to shoot it, he's on the other side of the two-way glass, and I was like, well, Steve doesn't even see him, because I wanted it to be while I was burning, I was staring Jason in the eyes and exploded. And then this kind of happy accident happened where, I realized, I'll be looking up, and I'll be seeing Sarah up there, and then the line had a whole new justification. It was like, I love you, Jason. One last, but that's how that happened. See, we improvise, and we just make up our own lines sometimes. Great story.
But what I love about the panel is I didn't know that. I was 2 feet from you when you screamed that line. But we don't, hear these stories unless we...
Well, you don't talk to anyone on set, and actually... now that the show's over,
But in front of people,
I'd like to
find that
say,
nice.
yeah, you hurt all of our feelings a number of times.
What?
Just like this. This is Kristin on set.
Tweeting to my face.
Hey, Kristin, what's up? Hey, Kristin, really good work in that scene today. You're so funny as Pam.
No, that I respond to. That I go, oh, thanks.
Right?
Totally.
It's so funny, I don't even know how to use my phone. I don't even know how to use a computer.
I've never
Yeah, poor
seen
Nelsan. Poor Nelsan was just on set pretending how to use a phone.
No, he didn't even hold one.
Yeah.
He's like,
My 7-year-old knows how to use an iPhone, iPad. He's texting me from his iPad. I'm like, how the hell can you text him like an iPad? He's 7 years old. Daddy, can I have an iPhone? Who you calling? Who are you calling? On the you got appointments? What's going on? I'm the only one you should be talking to, homie.
he can't call you. You don't hold one.
Yeah, I don't even know where my phone is. Where's my phone? Do you got my phone? Where's my phone? William, do you got my phone?
Where's William?
What's the number?
I'll give you William's number. William, what's your number? You got
He's got it.
He's got it.
Oh,
Someone
okay.
has it.
Well, now that we found Nelsan's phone, let's take some questions.
Let's start over here.
There's only one of us.
Okay,
She was in the wrong one.
that makes it even easier.
Yeah.
Let's definitely start over there.
Okay, so if you want a question, line up, and if you ask a question, you get a free poster.
We're not going to really answer them anyway, obviously. We'll babble on for 45 minutes and it'll all work out.
Okay, fine, we're going to talk about other shit. Hi, so first of all, I want to say thank you for an amazing 7 years. Been watching since I was a freshman in high school, so. My question is for Kristin. I know there was a huge uproar on social media about the fact that we didn't get to see your reaction to Tara meeting the true death. How do you think that would have played out for us to have seen?
We actually did shoot that scene, and it was in the script and we shot it. And it was me in Morocco, and I'm walking along, and I felt it, and I cried. And then apparently, I wasn't sure, you know, what I can say and what I can't say, but I saw the
Show's over, you can say whatever you want.
Exactly. So one of the writers in an interview said that the episode, they wanted to, when you saw me in Morocco, after I played the bucket game, then I went to another booth, and the guy had the little girl, he offers me, and I get the map of where to find Eric. And that was actually supposed to be in the second episode. And they wanted to move it up into the first episode for story reasons. So then they were way over time. So they decided to take out my reaction to Taradigm. So it was kind of you know, there's all these things they have to worry about that actors don't with the story and time and editing. And that's why that happened. Or I was just shitty in the scene and then,
Oh, boy.
Ew, let's cut that scene. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Kristin.
Hi.
This question is for Nelsan.
Okay, yeah.
How do you think the new management of Belflours is going to change how you interact with customers and just your job as life goes on, and you know.
This guy is clearly writing his own True Blood sequel. He hit a block. Like, oh, I just think about what would Lafayette do? Let me run down to the conventional. That's no song.
Well, hopefully I don't give out a lot of aged burgers. A lot of sass, a lot of class, and a whole lot of sexy.
No.
James,
Okay, go ahead.
oh. Let me think about that. I'll get back to you.
Sweet nothings are being whispered.
Is she like censoring or just making
Like,
sure?
I am going to drop the F-bomb at least 17 times in this question. That's going to clear all of that.
Are there any children in the audience?
Oh, I see one. Uh-oh.
He's on an iPad. He's fine. He's not even looking up. He has no
He
idea
can't hear
that
us.
we're talking to him. There you go.
They're
Still
too
on
short
that.
to see. We can't know. There's empty chairs. They're probably children.
Hi, I want to say thank you for being here. I'm so glad to see you guys. This question, how did you feel, like how did it relate personally after Jessica caught you with James and you were giving that whole speech about how, did it ever occur to any of y'all that maybe I want a piece of happiness too?
I love that scene. Oh my God. I gotta tell you, my son, I was sitting on the couch with my husband and Aubrey looks at me and he goes, he's so good. He didn't cry. He didn't cry, he just said he was so good. And then I cried, oh my God, he's so good.
Well, I have two answers. I have a superficial answer, and I have an in-depth answer. My superficial answer is sometimes you just gotta take your man. You just gotta take your man. No, and the in-depth answer is Lafayette has had such a hard rap, and the truth is, I think that the great Nathan Parsons, the wonderful actor that he is, I think that James and Lafayette actually fell in love in one scene over one story about when he was turned after he was beaten by the father of the man who he was in a secretive relationship with. And I think that Lafayette commanded his happiness at that point. He demanded his happiness, and he took his happiness, and he took his man. And even though Jessica was a vampire, could have whooped his ass. He didn't care. He said, no, he mine. Move out the way, and I'm gonna take over from here. Yeah.
That didn't work out quite the same way for Steve when Jessica interrupted him and Jason.
It could have if you had a little bit more persistence.
Yeah. He'd be like you, he'd be like, hey, I just gotta take my man. So, step off. Biatch.
Yeah, it sounds so different when you say it. Okay. Yeah, I gotta change one word. I just gotta take my lady. Step off, bitch. That would work.
I gotta say, one of my favorite lines is Republican.
Oh my God, I love that on the page, I love that on the day, I love that online.
Whose script was that? Who? Do you remember?
Yeah, oh my God.
Is that Rael or Bucky?
Neither. Oh my God, I'm just third day of a con. And looking at his face in my mind. Yes,
Craig.
yes,
Yeah.
Craig Chester, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, and then right walking into Dragon Con, I saw that we made Colbert, and I was like, oh my God, and Colbert. So I was so, you know, and Nelsan and I pay attention to nothing really. So I didn't know there was kind of a hubbub, but I guess I should have inferred from that. And then people asked me about it, and I was like, it's so awesome. And apparently Sarah Palin was mad, and I was like, great! Like, because I only know her, I'm not very political, but I know her as the lady who was the governor of Alaska who was into aerial wolf hunting, which I thought was so unfair, right? So for 15 years I've been mad at her for that. And it was so fun that I got to somehow piss her off. And then, you know, I kind of was too excited and said too much and left Comic-Con seeing all the tweets like, oops.
Yeah. It's funny because I never know anything. It's like, if the rapture came and the earth has ended, I would be in the kitchen cooking. And somebody from heaven would call me and go, homie, what are you doing?
And you'd never get the call.
The earth is gone. I'm like, oops. Oh, didn't know. Okay, well, what do?
Yeah, you would be so.
Learn how to use your iPhone.
You and me both. We'd run into each other at the CVS. There'd be no one else there.
No one else there.
We'd be at Starbucks.
I'd be up in heaven sitting on a cloud laughing at you idiots.
I'm like, dude, you are so dizzy. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm dizzy. Oh, well, I don't know anything, so that's probably why I don't know what that means.
Me too.